take your seats. The show is about to begin. They're still. Please take your seats. The show is about to begin. Welcome to the 10th Annual Mark Awards, coming to you live from the Hilton Universal Hotel in Universal City, California. Now please put your hands together for Devin Rush. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Mark Awards. Have a great night. Thank you, Devin. Now please welcome to the stage the Executive Director of the Production Music Association and your host for tonight's show, Morgan McKnight.
I'm the main attraction. Better raise up the curtain. Turn up the stage lights. I'm bringing the hurt. Gonna get a witness to this sickness.
Wow. Thank you all so much. And thank you, house voice Amanda. Give it up one more time for Devin Rush. Wow. Welcome to the Mark Awards 10th anniversary celebration. I'm so thrilled to be your host for the evening. I know you all have been waiting for this, so your prayers have finally been answered. As most of you know, the Mark Awards are named in honor of our late PMA co-founding member, Andy Mark, and this is our 10th annual ceremony. Can you believe it? An entire decade already. And to make it even more special, we have Andy Mark's family in the room with us this evening. For the 10th straight year, we'll celebrate incredible accomplishments in production music. We'll honor creative achievements in all different genres and present two big legacy honors, the Ambassador Award and the Hall of Fame Award. I also want to recognize our fantastic sponsors. I am proud to say that once again, for the third straight year, 100% of the walk-up music used in this evening is from PMA Library 11-1 Music. Let's hear it for them. We also want to acknowledge our PMC presenting sponsor, Orpheum, and thank you once again for your support of this year's conference. Tonight would not be possible without all of our Mark Award sponsors, 11-1 Music, FM Records, Bass King Music Production, MG Radio by Flipper Music, Level 77 Music, Universal Production Music, Kingdom 2, True Road Music, Jonathan Klein Realty, Songba, and 4 Elements Music. It is so wonderful to see all of your faces and to spend this entire week with you. It's an honor and a pleasure to put this show together, and I'm reminded of that every year. Thank you to everyone who makes the trip into LA for this. Your commitment and support does not go unnoticed, and the community is stronger for it. On behalf of myself and the entire Production Music Association Board of Directors, we'd like to thank everyone involved for making this year's conference such a success so far. It seems like each and every year we gather here collectively and witness creative elevation. The industry I walked into 9 years ago has always had a stable foundation, and its evolution, ability to adapt, and creative execution is at the top of its class. As I look into the audience this evening, I am reminded of how far we have come as a community, and it inspires me to think that the seeds planted here tonight could be Mark Awards winners in just a few years. This year is all about acknowledging our past so we can move the needle forward and continue to push the creative limits.
So for somebody that doesn't know what library music is, what's library? What do you say?
As far as rare stuff go on vinyl, it's the epitome of record digging because they were for consumption but not consumers.
It's not selling itself to you by any means. It wasn't. They did not cram it down your throat. It's just there.
It was the golden era of recording and mixing audio.
Production music originated in the early 20th century as a solution for filmmakers and radio producers needing affordable, pre-recorded music for their projects. So instead of commissioning bespoke scores, they could license music from a library, giving them access to a wide range of styles. It's used in TV shows, films, commercials, video games, and even podcasts, helping to enhance the storytelling mood or branding without needing custom-made pieces. In 1997, a U.S. Performing Rights Society planned to impose a cap on production music royalties that would have been considerably damaging to our community.
There was a kind of town hall meeting where it became clear that many in our industry opposed this idea strongly. So a group of us, all competitors, decided that it would be most effective if we took action collectively. We did so successfully, and the PMA was born.
For many years thereafter, the organization held various meetings and local events, but it wasn't until 2012, during the course of a strategic planning meeting, that 2 big ideas emerged. We would try to organize an all-day production music conference and an awards show. Back then, it was unthinkable that our conference could ever surpass NAB, and especially the Parasol Bar at the Wynn, as the must-attend event of the year for our industry.
Starting in 2014, the Production Music Conference aimed to become the gathering place for the global production music community. What was once a small group grew and grew year over year, bringing in more publishers, more countries, and eventually more composers.
Everybody in the global production music industry is attending these days. It's a great way to catch up with everybody you've done business with, over the decades.
Together, our members account for over 2.5 million individual copyrights. And PMA music is heard daily in every country around the world, making up over half of the music usage in media.
Where we position library music in that now, it's probably become more powerful and more money earning than everything else that was before him.
It's a great Cinderella story. I think you talk about music that wasn't meant to be known by people. It's recognized as a, rightfully so, as well as an art form.
And the community who's responsible for those numbers are all around you this week. Continuing to build, we recognize that your membership dues, scholarship dollars, and attendance at our conference year over year allows us this opportunity. For the first year in PMA history, we've established and awarded our new PMA Scholarship, which aims to recognize and empower talented individuals, especially those from underrepresented backgrounds, to develop their craft and make meaningful contributions to the industry. This year's inaugural recipient of the 2024 scholarship is Miyu Sato.
I'm Burt Blackrack, and I'm here to celebrate the PMA's 10-year anniversary. Thank you guys for being one of the good ones. This has been a beautiful ride with you. Looking forward to the future. Deuces.
Hey everyone, I'm Ryan Svensson, head of music at Angel Studios, and I'm actually on my honeymoon right now, hence the fireplace. But when I found out it was the Mark Awards 10-year anniversary, I had to drop everything to record a video and to congratulate the Production Music Association on the amazing work that they've been doing for the past decade. I've been a judge for the past several years, and I'm consistently blown away by all the submissions, the genres, the skill sets of everyone who helps provide so much value to the various scenes that we love in all the visual media that we work on. So thank you so much for everything. I hope everyone has a great time tonight and celebrates, because you deserve it, and keep making the amazing magical music that you guys continue to do.
Over the last 10 years, I've had the pleasure of working with many of you in the production music space, and I wanted to say congratulations to the Production Music Association on their 10th annual Mark Awards. It's been remarkable to see that event grow over the years and to have been taking part in it as a judge. I'll say that, media music would greatly suffer without the use of production music, so I want to say congratulations to you all, and I look forward to working with many of you in the future.
I just want to congratulate the PMA on their 10th year of their Mark Awards and let people know how important production music is. I use it on every film and every TV show I do, including on the new film Average Joe, due in theaters on October 10th. So please, keep on keeping on.
So, where do we go from here? Well, if you ask us, and the client's asking you for music these days, it's only up.
The truth is, this job isn't for everybody. It requires you to trust the people in this building.
People talk a lot about legacy, what they would go on to do. I would want it to be original.
年をいっておりますれば、あの世へ旅立つ前にもっと大事にしていただかねば。
いつまで経ってもわしにとやかく言いたがる。
But this isn't it.
They gave me a robe.
I know.
And slippers.
You the weird guy who buys strange old things?
Correct on both counts.
Buddy, you just hit the jackpot.
Nach dem Essen kannst du fahren. Große Gefühle mieten zu günstigen Preisen. Zum Beispiel im BMW iX ab 69 € am Tag bei Sixt.
Es ist viel passiert seit meiner griechischen Hochzeit.
CGS Voodoo.
2,506 felons voted illegally in Georgia.
We found less than 74.
At least 2,000 individuals not listed as registered.
There was 0.
10,000 or more who are deceased.
We found a total of 4.
You find Ryder, save Jodie's film. You get the love of your life back.
I'm not the hero, I'm just the double.
Not today, you're not.
Now, it would be remiss of me to mention the industry's foundation without recognizing the actual poured cement of this organization and the entire Production Music Conference, MARC Awards included, Deborah Chrisman and Hunter Williams. Starting an event from the ground up is no easy feat, and you two took on the challenge and never looked back. We would absolutely be nothing without the hard work you two put in, and would like to take a moment to recognize you both. Deborah could not be here with us tonight, unfortunately, but on behalf of both of them, and if Hunter is in the audience, can you please stand for acknowledgement? All right, now let's get into it. Kick things off with our first award tonight, Orchestral Track of the Year. Where are my orchestral composers at? Just a couple of you in here tonight? No? Okay. All right. These incredibly talented artists can make you feel magically connected to the characters on screen. Let's take a look at the nominees.
Orchestral Track of the Year. Zentropy, Joseph Saba and Stuart Winter, Video Helper. Everything Above Us, Lorenzo Ferrara, Maximum Volume Production Music. And Dark Waters, Chris Walden, Klanglabi BMG Production Music.
And the winner is Zentropy, Video Helper.
That's loud. Very loud. Thank you, Morgan. Thank you, the PMA. Thank all of you for being here and helping to build this wonderful community together. Thank you.
With so many different influences, including a lot of improvisation, jazz music has evolved so much over the years. Here are the nominees in one of my favorite categories, Jazz Track of the Year.
Jazz Track of the Year. Detective Smiler, John Goldham, Cosmine Production Music. City Heist, Garrett Weinberg, Infinity Scores, Sesame Music Agency, APM Music. And Mr. Weird, Alessandro Di Virgilio, One Track a Day, Machiavelli Music.
And the winner is Detective Smiler, Cosmite.
Thank you all. That's so amazing, and I'm just glad to receiving this for John Goldham, who's an amazing composer. We are happy to represent, and thank you to our team, to Frank, and everybody working hard for that. That's really something very special, and I'm glad to receive this today for all those. Thank you, and have a great night.
All right. Hi. So maybe some of you may have known that Monday was my birthday. I didn't really get to have like a birthday party, so I thought that we could all like get up right now and maybe like dance together instead. DJ, yeah, let's get up. Let's go. Here we go. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Thanks, guys. That actually made me feel so much better. Definitely enough cardio, though. So let's get into the nominees for Dance Electronic Track of the Year.
Track of the Year. The One, Vanessa Lux, Luke Shrestha, Simon J, and Devin Powers. Powers Music Group, Powers Records. Can't Get Enough, Jem Godfrey and Lauren Dyson, No Sheet Music. And Feels Right, Amor Jones, Anthony Arasi, Patrick Avard, and Stanislav Palivoda. Vive, Level 77 Music.
And the winner is Feels Right, Level 77.
It's a toast of my moment, and I'm gonna own it like I should. And you know I'm taking my fun, I'm gonna shine in this moment, and I don't care how it looks, 'cause this feels right. So I decided I will leave.
Thanks, guys. I wrote this track with some really talented people, Amori Jones, Stanislav Palivoda, composer, engineer Anthony Arasi, and Ruby Kay on the vocals. It's a lot of fun to work on this type of music. Thank you to the PMA, thanks to Morgan, thanks to the Mark Awards, and hope everybody has a good night. Thanks.
Time to bring up our first presenting duo. Barbie Quinn is the Senior Director of Distribution and Publisher Relations at BMI. Andrew Gross is Partner and Creative Director at Bulletproof Bear and a PMA board member. Make some big ol' noise for Barbie and Andrew.
Thank you. We are so thrilled to be up here for the 10th Annual Mark Awards.
So true, Barbie, but are we any better now than we were 10 years ago?
Absolutely.
Agreed. And it's such an honor to present this year's nominees for best use in a documentary film or series.
And something you know all about, Andrew. So let's take a look at these three amazingly talented artists.
Best use in a documentary, film, or series.
That can blend in against any background.
Murder for Hire, William Werwath, video helper.
They're the most mysterious creatures on Earth.
Unbelievable Theme, Jonathan B. Buchanan, 100 PML.
Island, so strange, it drives a man insane.
And Arising, Benjamin James Fowler, Sounds of Red Bull, BMG Production Music.
And the winner...
Come on, work that right foot in. Come on, Dee.
And the winner is Murder for Hire, William Werdoff.
That can blend in against any background.
the most mysterious creatures on Earth.
Thanks.
They're masterminds.
Thanks, God. I would like to say I am not William Wentworth, but I accept the award on his behalf. And everyone, have a really good show, and I'm going to, not do my usual joke. Okay. No. I want you to have a good show. That's why not. Thank you very much. Have a good one.
Barbie, what's the key to writing a really good pop track?
Get Taylor Swift?
Exactly. But if she's not available, you may be lucky to get one of these three amazing pop artists.
Pop Track of the Year. Feel It, Thomas Franking, and Jim Johnson. Just Ma Music, Mima, APM Music. Good Time, Ian Harper and Madeline Mandrala, Sezam Music Agency, APM Music. And Gimme My Sorry Back, Chanel Woodgett, Anthony Arasi, Caleb Tillman, and Patrick Avard. Vive, Level 77 Music.
And the winner is Good Time, Ian Harper, Madeleine Mondrea, Sesame Music Agency.
Nice one. Thank you so much. It's my first time being here, so everything is very new. I just want to thank Madeline for making the track with me, and Jeremy as well at Sezam, who just gave me a ton of freedom to just make what I like, and that was it, basically. So thank you very much, everyone, for voting for this, and everyone have a good time. All right.
In a year where 80s rock icons like Journey, Def Leppard are still selling out SoFi Stadium, it's very clear we'll always need rock and roll.
Now more than ever, we need to rock out with our sock out. What? Did you want me to say?
Barbie, you can't say that here.
Whatever. Here's the nominees for the Rock Track of the Year.
Rock Track of the Year. Sick, Brad Kleinschmidt, Round Table Recording Company, Level 77 Music. Give Love, Jai Freedom, 5 Alarm Music. And Clarity, Jonathan Michael Eberhard, Trevor Aaron Johnson, Nick Matzkaus, Michael Stanley Quinn, and Brady J. Rice. New Noise, APM Music.
And the winner is Give Love, Jay Freedom.
Thank you so much. This is really unexpected. Thank you. Congrats to all the other nominees. Jai is one of 5 Alarm's amazing contributors. He literally is so prolific that he's written for us across rock, soul. We just finished a really cool Exotica album with him. So all credit to that. All credit to my producers, Evelyn, Christy, Matt, Steve. The real credit goes to the creative team at 5 Alarm. They're amazing. So thank you all very much. Appreciate it. Have a good night.
Social justice is the view that everyone deserves equal economic, political, and social rights and opportunities. Now, of course, this takes shape in many different forms, from corporate hierarchy to racism, representation in communities, ours included, housing, education, and so much more. But what in the world does that have to do with tonight? The short answer is everything. But the long answer is this community has shown up over and over again in a conscious effort to help tell stories that need to be told. Every time the world faces turmoil, there go a group of production music libraries offering up their music to tell that story, showing up for their community. Differences aside, you are all committed to enacting or advancing change, and that is what this category celebrates. Let's take a look at the nominees for Social Justice Track of the Year.
Social Justice Impact Track of the Year.
Your voice in the crowd isn't loud enough.
As one, Patrick Avard, Amor Jones, Alex Cabrera, and Bradley Procope. Vive, Level 77 Music.
And I stand when you stand, we stand together.
Protest, Yitzhak Bira Venara, Black Label Music. And People Have Power, Donald Lynn Hayes and Trigene J. Wilkins, Megatrax Production Music.
And the winner is As One, Level 77.
Where there's no way out of the dark surrounding you. Your voice in the crowd isn't loud enough. When you try to fight, but you feel like it'll never end. Don't give up. 'Cause when you stand, I stand. When you stand, we stand.
So I share this award with the talented people who created this song, Amori Jones, Alex Cabrera, engineer Bradley Procope. Vocals were Casey Wallace, Casey Grogan Wallace. She's just such a beautiful person inside and out. We wrote this song about uniting people together and standing up united. I think as creatives, we all want our music to have an impact. So we hope this song, helps you push through and get through whatever you're going through. Thank you.
Our next performer you might have seen running around the conference with a microphone and an iPhone, capturing some content, interviewing some of you, but mostly chatting with many more of you. You should also know, though, she is a vocalist, musician, and overall powerhouse. She is a Mark Awards nominee from Round Table Recording Company. Please welcome to the stage, Hunter Lambert.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Hunter. Now, here to present our next award, composer and singer Angela Sheep, and joining her is music licensing executive from Universal Production Music, Kevin Houlihan. Give it all up for Angela and Kevin.
Angela, it's so great to be here with you tonight.
It really is.
Always. And we get to present one of the biggies, Hip Hop Track of the Year.
Yes, and here are the nominees.
Hip Hop Track of the Year. On the Ropes, Kenneth Mundy, Hunter Lambert, and John Suki. Round Table Recording Company. This is Hip Hop. Tom Hillock and Mr. Goodbars. Superama Records. Mima. APM Music. And 1080. Frank Parra and Jonathan Rafael Perez. Sounds of Red Bull. BMG Production Music.
I got that glow. I'ma say it once so you get it good. We gon' get it poppin' like we said we would. Tryna pave the way for Lil Goons in the hood.
And the winner is 1080, Frank Parra and Jonathan Rafael Perez.
I'ma say it once so you get it good. We gon' get it poppin' like we said we would. Tryna pave the way for Lil Goons in the hood. I am just a man that's misunderstood, but fuck it. Spin, 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 spin. We gon'
Thank you so much to Morgan, PMA, and obviously Frankie and John for writing this. We just work with really amazing people. We don't write the actual music, so they're the heroes and the winners in this, so this will be theirs. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Good to see you.
Smooth, silky, sultry. 3 words that perfectly sum up R&B and soul.
And my recently shaved back. Let's take a look at these outstanding artists.
R&B Soul Track of the Year. My Forever. Amor Jones, Camion Prather, Brianna Hayes, and Anthony Arasi. Vive, Level 77 Music.
I knew that things wouldn't be finished, 'cause we have never ended.
No Love Like This. Harlan James, Clav, and Daly. KPM Main Series, APM Music. And Where Do We Go? Yasmin Hendricks and Adam Bowers. West One Music Group.
And the winner is, I'm gonna make you wait for this one, My Forever.
Step 190. So innocent and free falling for whoever we need. But when you came in my stars, it was blinding. A spark I couldn't beat when you imprinted into me. And when we drifted apart, I knew that things wouldn't be finished, 'cause we have never ended. And I'm so glad that you're in my heart.
This is insane. So this track was made by our incredible R&B team led by Maury Jones. He's actually a newlywed, and I know that he was thinking about his beautiful wife when he wrote this song. So this goes out to him. Thank you.
And now it's time to honor this year's nominees for Best Use in a Promo.
And these promo artists truly enhance some of the biggest entertainment brands and shows in the industry. Let's take a look.
Best use in a promo.
So you could be our mole. Be careful, my friend.
Knife Point. Espen Hagensley. Archetype.
Jeez. You're the coolest one in the whole world.
I know. And
The Imposter. Nick Zios and Paul Ian Kopestake. Sezam Trailers. APM Music. And Fortnite Myths and Mortals. Scott Stallone. BMG Production Music.
And the winner is Fortnite Myths and Mortals, Scott Stallone, BMG Production Music.
Well, thank you so much. Thanks to John Menifee at Epic Games, who always does such a great job, musical editor. Thanks to Brad Meripati, Alan Maddox, Nicole Pellegrino, Amberly Krause, Daryl Shirk, everybody at BMG, and the PMC for 10 years of this community. Thank you very much.
Now, to present our Ambassador Award, please welcome a film, TV, and theater composer, Tony nominee, owner of 4 Elements Music and Archetype, and a PMA board member, Rob Reale.
Thanks. As a kid, and I'm guessing many of us would have had a similar experience growing up prior to a game of street football or sandlot baseball. Name your competition. When it came time for the 2 team captains to begin choosing teams from the pool of players, there was always one kid who would get picked first. You knew it, whether it was based on speed, accuracy, ability. If you managed to get this kid on your team, you knew your odds of winning just went way up. With that in mind, I'd like to say a few words about this year's recipient of the Ambassador Award, Mr. John Phelan. Yeah. In the video you're about to see, you'll learn what I did this week in speaking with John. He was an accomplished violinist and exceptional orchestral conductor as a kid. He loved music always, but growing up in such a culturally diverse place as Belfast, saw music as a means to meet people of different mindset, of other backgrounds, and he found music allowed him to cut through those differences in meaningful ways. But what's left out of the video is that at 18, he suffered an injury in which his thumb was severed from his hand. And several surgeries notwithstanding, his ability to play violin took a years-long hiatus. As he told me, it was partly, if not largely responsible for that led him to law school. Without this accident and subsequent detour, we might have found ourselves without such a fierce advocate, a leader, and a teammate. Last year at our annual board meeting, which our PMA meets with colleagues from around the globe, we spent several hours discussing what we always do, the latest problems we face, how best to resolve them, or how best to fight back on the truly challenging issues. In one of those meetings, I kept hearing this man who was still somewhat new to me, John, speaking softly but rapidly, all in perfect sentence. It was all I could do to keep up with his concepts, with true theories of issues and potential solutions. From my seat, I leaned in. And as I did, I noticed everyone in the room was also leaning in. At the heart of what John does, he told me, is a simple concept. Do what you can do. Don't do what you can do. Do what you should do. Not the easy way, the right way, which is to say, what will it take to change Google's mind about their practices? What will help? What will make a difference? Whether it's about copyright infringement or extension, or a better definition of music, or its creation. Not what you can do, what you should do. It's a very creative or even musical approach to finding the means to make things better for everyone. It's a win for all. In my view, this is the guy on the block or in your town who gets picked first for every single game. We're just plain lucky that he lives in our neighborhood and loves to play the same game we do. Let's have a look.
This year's recipient of the 2024 Ambassador Award is John Phelan. John was born in Belfast, Ireland to a family of teachers. He began playing violin at age 4, and while growing up continued in symphony orchestras, quartets, solos, basically anywhere there was an excuse to play. Even while in law school in Dublin, John continued to play and tour in the University Symphony Orchestra. Eventually, he turned up at the IFPI, the International Federation of the Phonographic Industry, where he worked closely with CEO Frances Moore, an extraordinary industry leader who did everything possible for the rights of the music sector. She taught John invaluable lessons on a daily basis about the music business, life, and understanding Scottish accents.
Hi, Johnny. Congratulations on receiving this prestigious award. We worked together in Brussels for a number of years, and I know firsthand just how dedicated, smart, and creative you are. We were sorry to lose you at IFPI, but I must say I'm in awe of what you've achieved at ICMP. Enjoy your evening and bask in this well-deserved glory.
Then in 2019, when asked by his old Universal colleague, mentor, and friend Richard Constant, John moved to ICMP, where he jumped into the world of publishing and music rights. He took the job one day after the European Parliament voted in favor of the unprecedented landmark EU Copyright Directive, the most contested lobby campaign in EU history. It was then that the direction of the winds began to change for the better on platform regulation and digital music markets around the world. ICMP is the global trade body for the music publishing industry, representing majors, indies, and 76 national trade associations worldwide, defending the rights of approximately 90% of the world's commercially released repertoire, which is more than 170 million tracks of more than 5,000 genres, from Beethoven to Beyoncé, Schubert to Ed Sheeran, NWA to BTS, folk to fado, and K-pop to hip-hop.
Hi, Johnny. I just wanted to say massive congratulations for being awarded Mark's Ambassador Award this year. Richly deserved. I mean, it's extraordinary, really, because to be honest, most of us can only understand about half of what you say at any time. So, huge congratulations. Really, it's a privilege working with you. You are an effective, passionate, and incredibly skilled advocate for our industry. I'm so pleased to have been chair of ICMP at the same time that you are our leader generally. And I hope you will have a wonderful evening this evening, celebrating your achievements, which I know you will hate to be put in the spotlight, but enjoy it. You deserve it. Thanks very much.
In 2023, our industry generated almost $29 billion in worldwide revenue. John and his team at ICMP not only work to defend copyright, but also to increase value and protect songwriters and composers in jurisdictions from Singapore to South Africa, Brazil to Europe, and Australia to Canada. Their members are the innovators, creators, employers, and multi-million-dollar annual investors who bring the world's music to an audience of billions via every format, from streaming to vinyl, movie to concert stage, and public performance to the next new technology. Among ICMP's missions are to defend the value and rights of the world's songs and compositions, advocate to international institutions, consolidate global positions on industry issues, and provide an expert network to fully realize the optimum environment for music to thrive.
Johnny, congratulations on receiving the Ambassador Award from the Production Music Association. Really well deserved. The work that you do internationally to protect songwriter and publisher rights is so important, and we are so grateful to have you as a partner and a friend. Congratulations.
Hey, good evening, Johnny. Ralph Peer here. I'm truly delighted this evening to join with my colleagues in honoring and thanking you for your effective, consistent work in protecting and encouraging our global music community. Thanks to you and your wonderful ICMP team, we're privileged to have a vibrant composer, and publisher ecosystem that's constantly providing new music of all genre, enriching the lives of people in all corners of the world. Johnny, this is gallant work that you do for our creative community, and I want you to know it's much appreciated. My congratulations on tonight's honor. Cheers, Johnny.
John has always been there to support and hold up our work, even back when it was called our Production Music Committee. Today, the ICMP wholeheartedly supports the brilliant work of the International Production Music Group, as well as the PMA. Production music is a central and crucial part of our global business. Defending the rights of production music companies is just as precious and vital for ICMP as any issue. None more so than in the field of AI, where ICMP is active on more than 70 current AI law reforms. John says that nothing could be more important than having a highly effective team. And the ICMP team's talent, their output, and sheer force of personality to defend the music business gives John a massive source of pride. And he feels so incredibly lucky to work with both the IPMG and the PMA.
Dear John, congratulations for your award. Production music is very important for CSM, and I think we must ensure its preservation, especially with AI coming. As an ambassador, I'm sure you already started to meet the challenge. See you soon. Bye.
Hey Johnny, Mitch Glazier from RIAA. Congratulations on being the recipient of this year's PMA's Mark Award. Nobody deserves it more than you. Thanks for fighting for publishers, songwriters, and the entire music industry, especially when it comes to the challenges of generative artificial intelligence. You're the guy. We really appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Johnny to his friends, but John to the folks at Google. The Production Music Association is proud to present this year's Ambassador Award to Mr. John Phelan.
Cheers to our 2024 Ambassador Award recipient, John Phelan. Come on up, John.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. God, I realize how many haircuts I need from that wonderful video. Not normally at a loss for words, but I'm a little bit tonight. It was a wonderful introduction there, Rob, and I just want to thank you so very much for that very touching tribute. Thank you very much indeed, and for that wonderful video to see so many mentors and tutors and people who've helped introduce me to this amazing industry that we have the privilege to work for and defend. Thank you very much indeed for that, Rob. I've been asked to say a couple of words tonight, so please bear with me. I will be very brief. And the last time I did try to speak on this stage, Pete, the producer, cut me off on the mic, so he's got your back. Don't worry, I'll be brief. But I do want to start by saying an enormous thank you and just wow to the hostess with the mostest, Morgan McKnight. We see a lot of events, a lot of organizations. And what Morgan and of course the broader PMA board and organization put together here every year, 10 years later, 1,000 attendees, half of the music on the US broadcast sector being production music. It's an enormous tribute to the incredible work that you do. So thank you, Morgan, and I hope you have the mother and father of delayed birthday parties next week in Fiji. Enjoy yourself. I also wanted to extend a very sincere, I'm just bowled over, but I want to say a very sincere thank you to Adam Taylor, chair of the PMA, and to Adam and of course all the board directors of the PMA. This is tremendously kind of you, and I'm really deeply honoured. So thank you, Adam, and to all of the PMA folks for the work that you do. I do also want to say a big thank you to. Well, actually, one question, Adam. Do I get diplomatic immunity now? Because that's what I'm curious about. But I do also want to say a big thank you to the IPMG. That's the reason why we're here. What we do is to support all of the work that IPMG carries out. The production music industry is very close to our heart, and we want to support the IPMG and, of course, the PMA in everything that we do. So thank you to Martin, the chair, and all of my colleagues and indeed friends across the board committee there at IPMG. I see Simon James as well too. Just want to acknowledge how privileged and proud as well too that I am to join the honorees previously of this very special award. So just an acknowledgement as well to Simon and those previous awards. If you'll allow me to say, ICMP, if you don't know who we are, that's a good thing. We're a trade body, we solve problems. So if you don't know us, that's a good thing. But I do want to receive this on behalf of my very tiny but extremely effective team. They're quite extraordinary. What they do every day is they go around trying to essentially tackle and counter the people who want to do down your rights and your business and your creativity and everything to do with what you do. And they're up against companies who've got the deepest pockets, the biggest resources, the biggest armies of lawyers in the world. I'm talking about Google, I'm talking about Microsoft, I'm now talking about OpenAI, I'm talking about Stability AI. We see them day in, day out, and my team work with all of the expertise and earnestness and enthusiasm every day, and they do nothing but win. Whether it's in Singapore, Brazil, South Africa, Europe, just last Thursday, Article 17 of the European Copyright Directive closed with an emphatic win to draw the Value Gap campaign to a close. And I really want to pay tribute to my team for all that they do in those areas. I want you to know, the PMA members, and I want all the people that you work on behalf of, that my team, our teams, are working for you day in, day out in all of the rooms around the world that I've mentioned, Singapore last week and Hong Kong. So that's my message to you, is really just you've got friends in hopefully good places, and we will continue that work. Ambassadors only exist for their embassies, frankly, and our embassy is music. And embassies only exist for our people. So ICMP here, we see the production music industry as our people and your people. We'll continue that fight to defend music. Defending music is easy, frankly, and we want to know that we have your back, left, right, and center. Finally, I just want to say one last thing, if you'll just indulge me. Music, and the reason why we get into it, is all about sometimes what are lessening skills and arts in the world today. With the growth of so almost people who are proud of their ignorance on social media platforms, I think the active ability to listen, to work collaboratively, and to work together, all of those core lessons which music affords us, are probably more precious skills than ever. So that, with that message of collaboration, that's what we do, and we look forward to collaborating with you together. So thank you so very, very much. I'm deeply honored, deeply privileged, and I hope you have a fabulous evening. And thank you, thank you, thank you.
Congratulations, John. Next up to present, we have Alan Lazar, the co-founder of BMG Luminary Scores Catalog and a PMA board member. Joining him is Stacy Richards, the Senior Director of Global Sub-Publishing and Catalog Relations at Warner Chappell Production Music. Put those hands together for Alan and Stacy.
Alan, at first, everything seems perfectly fine.
Yeah, but then when the main character shuts the bathroom medicine cabinet...
There's always a ghost.
Or a freaking zombie.
Or a cat fake-out.
I hate it when they do that.
I do
but,
too.
Yeah. But I do love these next three artists nominated for the Suspense Tension Track of the Year.
Suspense Tension Track of the Year. Mind Twister, Aerial Man, Fight or Flight Music. Radioactive Nightmare, Gabriel Saban, Infinity Scores, Sezam Music Agency, APM Music. And Time Is Up, Jel Ditmar, Dodged a Bullet.
And the winner is Time Is Up, Jel Ditmar.
Wow. I wasn't expecting this.
No.
I really want to congratulate all the other nominees tonight, especially Gabriel Saban, my friend. So I'm absolutely honoured just to be in the same category as Gab. Special thanks also must go to Morgan for the incredible work she does every year for the PMA. I would also like to thank John Clifford and True Road Music. His help has been absolutely invaluable since I launched Dodge a Bullet 2 years ago. And finally, the most important person is this small man here, Jelle Dittmar, who is a really good friend of mine, and I really would like him to say a few words about this track especially.
I will keep it brief, but first I want to thank Ed Scott for having me on this project. And finally, I want to thank my family, and especially my father, who made an incredible instrument, and without them, this track would not sound like it is now. So I want to thank him, and I want to thank everyone for coming here, so thank you very much.
So I know a lot of you, like me, are binge-watching true crime shows these days.
And it's definitely not to play detective or get in touch with your inner darkness.
No, it is not. It is to listen to killer soundtracks from artists like these.
No cap.
That means she agrees, my middle schooler told me. Here are the nominees for the Crime Investigative Track of the Year.
Crime Investigative Track of the Year. Subjugation, Gabriel Saban. Infinity Scores, Sesam Music Agency, APM Music. Strange Occurrences, George Wilkinson, No Sheet Music. And Somebody Has to Go, Jay Price, Nova Production Music.
And the winner is Strange Occurrences by George Wilkinson, No Sheet Music.
Wow, cool. Thank you very much. Just want to say a big thank you to No Sheet Music for being just best people to work with, very inspiring, and also just top people. So thank you to them, and thank you to the PMA for putting on this awesome event. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Okay, for all of you Seinfeld fans out there, yeah? Seinfeld fans? Okay. This hotel, this one we're in right now, was featured in the episode where Kramer was a suspected serial killer.
Yeah, one of many, many scripted TV classics shot right here in the entertainment capital of the world, Los Angeles. Here are the nominees for Best Use in a Scripted TV Series.
With climate change affecting Best Use in a Scripted TV Series.
More important than ever to build green. That's why we're taking our home
Dancing Echoes, Thomas Duran, Gabriel Saban, and Jeremy Durant. Infinity Scores, Sesam Music Agency, APM Music.
Our buyers into this blossoming cultural oasis.
Let's Go Sunning, Jack Chamberlain, Cine Music, APM Music. And The Heart Wants What It Wants, Jake Warren and Dana Kelson, at the studios, BMG Production Music.
Is this the end? I'm gasping for
And the winner is Dancing Echoes, Infinity Scores, Sesam Music Agency.
It's more important than ever to build green. That's why we're taking our hometown of Espanola, New Mexico, and turning into a sustainable community, building passive houses that actively save our clients money, and incorporating our buyers into this blossoming cultural oasis. But as a newly married couple, will we be able to survive the pressures of making an entire city carbon neutral? Or will our personal little ecosystem become unsustainable, making us extinct?
Yeah, I'm so happy for this award. Thank you to the two other composers, of course, Thomas Durand and Jeremy Diarra, and Sesame Music and API Music, because without them, our music is not alive. Thank you very much.
So, as we celebrate our decade-long awards show, and I do mean the fact that we've been doing this show for 10 years, and not that each show feels like it's 10 years long. Although, it only seems fitting to take a look back at some of the most incredible and memorable moments of the past decade. Let's roll it.
All right, I'm commandeering this host line.
John, we're live.
Is the first annual Mark Awards. And I think these are really important. Seems like as good a time as any to, can I give you my composer reel? I'm really shocked when this came around. Adam Taylor, the sexiest man alive. He is tough and he's tender. I'm about to discover myself.
Yeah, can you discover yourself later?
Hey, I just met this guy, but I feel like I'm his brother. I feel like I'm an honorary Julahan.
I guess I'd say production music has impacted my life in a positive way.
I would recommend the Warner Chapel grilled chicken.
All right, y'all having fun so far? All right, I'm having a lot of fun.
I wanna see your face when I open my eyes, but I don't get tired of your baby, baby, baby.
Now, please welcome to the stage the Senior Vice President of Music for 20th Century Studios and a four-time Mark Awards host, John Houlihan.
Hello, everyone. I think I need to start, I didn't see that movie. I need to start by saying they asked me to wear the same suit I'm wearing in those movies of the old shows for nostalgic reasons, okay? I do have two more suits. I couldn't prove it to you, but I might have to. So, a few weeks ago, I asked the PMA, Mark Awards Committee, if I could do the slideshow I did 5 years ago that showed the history of the Mark Awards and the winners broken down by company. And they said, no, that's divisive. We prefer you don't do that. The night is about spirit and celebration and unity. But I'm stubborn. So please join me now in unity as we celebrate a company by company breakdown of the Mark Award winners. And this is not tonight, this is just the last 9 years. Hit it. So a couple caveats. This is not official PMA. I use the internet. I'm not very good with numbers, but I think it's pretty close. In life, if you ever see emojis on a cover page, it's not official. All right, we're gonna look at the top 5 of all time. Number 5, UPM with 12. Number 4, BMG with 14. You can clap for yourselves. Number 3, Warner Chappell with 15, and APM with 16 and number 2. Look at how 2, 3, 4 are so close. And number 1, survey says, 5 Alarm Music. With an absolutely gluttonous 27 wins for 5 Alarm. But here's the big picture. This is what we all have to keep in mind. Independent libraries have won 123, and all the major libraries have only won 101. So there are more winners from all of you indies together, and I think that's great news for everybody. That shows that the creativity is coming from the outside of the industry in, so that's great. Okay, let's get to some awards. Thanks for letting me get that out of my system. Okay. So when Beyonce releases a country-infused album, you know something big is happening in that space. And the same goes for PMA Country Americana artists who continue to release high-quality tracks. This year's nominees are
Country Americana Track of the Year. Tangled, Michael Grossinger, Sonotone Vanguard, APM Music. Loose, Michael Rudofsky, J.D. Wiggins, and Asa Wiggins. Vibe, Level 77 Music. And Honky Tonk Rodeo, Brett Carboyette and Giancarlo Dwyer. Megatrax Production Music.
all right. And the winner is Loose. Level 77, having a big night. Vive it.
Wow, thank you. I want to thank the Production Music Association. I want to thank the judges. I want to thank Morgan, especially. I want to thank all the other nominees. Those were amazing pieces. But mainly, I want to thank our team. If you want to do a good country record, y'all may not know this, but you kind of got to do it in Nashville. So props to all our Nashville people here. This team was Mike Radovsky, my good friend, longtime writer that has done a lot of great work for me. And then it was also a family affair. So this track was done by Asa Wiggins, J.D. Wiggins, and Asa's wife, Allie Wiggins, was the vocalist, the amazing vocalist. To do this project, I wanted to hit the sound of country radio. Country radio is the largest and most dominant radio format in America, and I think we nailed it. So thank you all. Thank you.
All right. The indie alternative world has always been a tough place to make money. Earlier tonight, I caught some indie rockers trying to siphon gas out of my car on the parking deck. My nephew Patrick is here, and I caught him stuffing some appetizers in his pocket so he could feed his roommate when he gets home. So it's tough. It is tough out there. But despite the challenges these indie artists face, you cannot stop their spirit and the energy and the exciting tracks that they create. Here are the nominees.
Indie Alternative Rock Track of the Year. Rule the World, Mitchell Ray Marlowe, Megatrax Production Music. Come Alive, Oliver Spink and Aubrey Whitfield, Crossbreed Music, APM Music. And Farewell, Victoria Dawson, Simon J., and Devin Powers. Powers Music Group, Powers Records.
Okay, and the winner is Farewell, Powers Music Group, Powers Records.
Hi guys, well I can't even see you guys out there, but it looks like everyone's having a good time, so thank you so much for honoring us. We're very happy to be in your presence tonight. Vi couldn't be here, but you know, the song is about possibilities and looking out and seeing all of you amazing songwriters, producers, engineers, publishers, admin, PROs, on and on and on and on. Us at Powers Records are very happy to be amongst you guys and recognizing the possibilities of us continuing to do great work out there, and if we haven't met you yet, we look forward to doing so. So thank you so much. You want to say anything?
And thanks to Morgan and everybody here. We're really happy to be here tonight. And congrats to all the nominees in all the categories. It's a great night for everybody. Simon and Luke, great partners. And this is really for Victoria. We'll send it to her up in Canada. Is it Canada?
Yeah, Toronto.
Thanks again.
Thank
Cheers.
you guys.
Thank you.
I got to say, when I was doing my research on the history of the Marco Award winners, I was very impressed that Powers Music Group and Immediate Music, just above them, were almost in the top 5 for modest-sized companies. So that's pretty cool. All right. Now, I have huge respect for the artisans that create trailers for movies. They can take a dumpster fire of a movie and make it seem like, you know, Steven Spielberg will rush out on day 1 to go see that movie. So trailer people have a lot of secret weapons, and they know one of their secret weapons is music, and the PMA is always coming through for trailer houses. The nominees for Movie Trailer Track of the Year are...
Movie Trailer Track of the Year. Shattered Hourglass, Kurt Oldman, Megatrax Production Music. Conspiracy Island, Peter Nichols, Crossbreed Music, APM Music. And Masquerade, Chris Davey, Evolving Sound.
All right, keep that dramatic music going. All right, the winner is Shattered Hourglass. Kurt Oldman, Megatrax Production Music, the mighty Megatrax.
Thank you so much. We'd like to thank Kurt Oldman. We've been working with Kurt for over 20 years now. He's done many great trailer albums for A-List Music and Megatrax and a lot of great albums. And we're really excited. We would like to thank Morgan for the great 10-year anniversary. Let's give Morgan and the show a hand. Yeah. Thanks to John Houlihan. Thank you so much. And I'd like to introduce you to Kurt Oldman, and thanks. Have a good night.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you, JC, for letting me do those crazy albums you keep letting me do. I mean, you know, I'm having a blast. Thank you, everybody at Megatrax. Thank you, Ron. I mean, you guys are such champions. And thank you to all my friends in the audience. I love you guys.
Now please welcome from Orpheum, Eleni Magula and Joel Stoner.
Hello, everyone. We are so thrilled to once again be a presenting sponsor partner for the Production Music Awards. The work you do inspires us every single day.
Absolutely, Joel, and it's our honor to present this award for Best Use in a Movie Trailer.
When studios don't want another vocal Oni's 80s mashup for their trailers, they'll turn to these stellar PMA libraries.
Definitely. Let's take a look at these three amazingly talented nominees.
Best Use in a Movie Trailer.
All summer. I've got 1 week to find a legit job before my mom goes full tilt DEF CON.
Na 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 Now. Benedict Lemda and Rian Vosloo. Cavendish Music. 5 Alarm Music.
That thing. Snack Shack. I think they bid it out at the city council meeting.
I want to pitch you an idea.
Dark Academia. Gabriel Saban. Sezam Music Agency. APM Music. And Death Note. Justin Crosby. Evolving Sound.
83 seconds, get it off him!
And the winner is Na 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 Now, Benedict Lambdin, Ryan Vosloo, Cavendish Music, 5 Alarm Music.
I'm grounded. No more running free range all summer. I've got 1 week to find a legit job before my mom goes full tilt DEF CON.
We need to back some summer jobs. You think you can hook us up? You can ask if they need an extra hand. With what? That thing. Snack Shack. I think they bid it out at the city council meeting.
Thank you so much for this. This is a massive win for the family in Cavendish and 5 Alarm. Couldn't do it without our amazing sister company in London that gives us so much amazing music. Props to the whole 5 Alarm team, the creative team for pitching this, and massive thank you and congrats to Benedict and Rian, who are always producing amazing music with Cavendish. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Now, to introduce our final performers. Please welcome the president and owner at Pitchhammer Music and the Annihilation Library with APM Music. He's also a PMA board member and a founding member of the 90s rock band Creed. Let's give it up for Brian Brasher.
Wow. What an entrance. Thank you for that mind-blowing introduction. How am I supposed to follow that? Unfortunately, I don't have a teleprompter here at my table, so forgive me for reading. And I'm also losing my voice from all the fun parties. It's truly an honor to be here tonight, surrounded by so much incredible talent and the best production music libraries in the world. Honestly, to be in the same room with all of you, my friends, colleagues, collaborators, it doesn't get much better than this. I feel privileged to work or collaborate with almost everyone here, and I'm constantly inspired by the genius and passion that fills this space. You are all incredible. And let's give it up for Morgan McKnight and my fellow PMA board members for bringing the PMC to life for 10 years, as well as a huge thank you to Pete Sepanuk and his production team for putting on this incredible show, and also for that incredible Creed-fueled introduction. But enough about me and all of us. Let's get to the real stars of the evening. Tonight I have the distinct pleasure of introducing two amazing musicians who are not only close friends of mine, but absolute geniuses in their own right. First up, my dear friend Gooding. Now, if you don't know Gooding, let me tell you, this guy is a force. But he is also one of the nicest, kindest, sweetest, loyal people you will ever meet. And I'm honored to be his friend and one of his biggest fans. Not only is Gooding an incredible songwriter, artist, and the owner of Kingdom 2, one of the most renowned music libraries out there, distributed by our mutual good friends and my longtime supporters, APM Music. But he's also the founder of Funding the Future, this amazing charity where Gooding tours the country, playing shows at schools and teaching high school students the importance of financial literacy through the power of music. So far, Gooding and his team have reached over 300,000 students in 38 states. Talk about an impact. Wow, I love you, brother. And if that weren't enough, he's working on a documentary collaborating with politicians to make financial literacy a requirement in every high school in America. Gooding, you're like a brother to me, and I love you, man. Keep changing the world and bring me with you. And to everyone in the audience tonight, feel free to reach out to me and Gooding after the show for more details on funding the future. And we can send you a trailer with some more info. And now back to the fun and the music. Let's talk about the incredibly talented Natalie Bonin. As she will be accompanying and crushing it with Gooding tonight. Natalie is a true musical genius and another dear friend. She's an insanely gifted violinist and composer, and just last year, she won Classical Track of the Year at the Mark Awards. She followed that up by taking home Composer of the Year in 2023. Recently, she composed and played violin in the on the Bridgerton series trailer. Her work is absolutely breathtaking, and I'm confident that she's going to crush it. Along with Gooding, sorry. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the phenomenal Gooding, accompanied by the one and only Natalie Bonin. Let's hear it for them as they kick off a performance with an amazing song written by Gooding entitled Mind to Save. Take it away, you two. Let's do this. Thank you.
This place has no mercy, but I will sit with you. Leave your heart out on the table, I will make it new. Don't you know that it cost me to be the one that pulls you through, to keep smiling at the blade that cuts me right in half, and it cuts me right in two. And I cannot fix you, I cannot make you stay. You're not mine to rescue, you're not mine to save. And the night is roaring when it's rallying around your blame, and I fold my hands and pray. Sometimes God forgets your name. Arcades full of roses, string lights and burning flames. It's too late for us now. It can never be alright. It can never be the same. Cannot fix you, I cannot make you stay. You're not mine to rescue, you're not mine to save. Of my memory, it's striking in the dark. The angels are so tired, they cannot forget, they cannot forgive who you are. To live fix you. I cannot make you stay. You're not mine to rescue. You're not mine to save. You're not mine to save. It's Natalie Bonin, APM, True Road. Appreciate you all very much.
Thank you, Gooding and Natalie. Now please welcome the co-founders of Real Crafter, Sarah Pocious and Sam Hewlett.
Hey, Sam.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we are the first ever husband and wife presenting duo.
Oh. Don't Google that.
Well, in any case, we're very excited to show off the work of these remarkable creators for Sound Design Score of the Year.
Let's roll it.
Sound Design Score of the Year. Legendary, Brian Delgado. Infinity Scores, Sezam Music Agency, APM Music. We Fight for Our Land, Elliot Daniels. Sounds from Echo District, Warner Chappell Production Music. And Bespoke Bass, Christopher Dirks. Klanglobby, BMG Production Music.
And the winner is legendary Brian Delgado.
So on behalf of APM Music, we're very proud to represent Sezam Music, and we congratulate them and their composer for this award. And thank you for the PMA and for the wonderful job and the wonderful evening we're having. Thank you again.
You know, I have to say, classical music has to be just as exciting now as it was a few hundred years ago.
Only now we pair it with explosions and tons of Tom Cruise running.
In slow motion.
Here's the nominees for Classical Track of the Year.
Classical Track of the Year. Yellowstone, Sergei Asbel, Nova Production Music. Precious Time, Lucas Napoleoni, Alpha Music and Sound, Sezam Music Agency, APM Music. And Lust of Power, Gabriel Saban, Infinity Scores, Sezam Music Agency, APM Music.
And the winner is Lust of Power, Gabriel Saban.
Thank you very much. Classical music is my first love for music, so I'm very, very grateful to win this award. And thank you to Sezam Music and APM Music. Thanks.
So the secret of ambient music is to blend into the background while still evoking some sort of feeling.
But now we're giving full attention to these three artists who are front and center for Ambient Track of the Year.
Ambient Track of the Year. Midnight Stars, Anthony Young. Crossbreed Music, APM Music. Retrospective, Sandia, Infinity Scores, Sesam Music Agency, APM Music. And Haptics, David Goldsmith, Nova Production Music.
And the winner is Haptics, David Goldsmith.
Thank you very much to Morgan and the PMA, and to Universal, and to David, who's just the most amazing writer to work with. Thanks very much.
And now, please welcome our next big-time presenters to the stage. She is the head of educational partnerships at the Mechanical Licensing Collective, and he is the founder of 11-1 Music and a PMA board member. Put your hands together for Serona Elton and Randy Wackler.
Hey, Serona.
Hey.
You know, it was, we've heard so much tonight. It was 10 years ago when I suggested to the PMA board we should have our own award show. And it was 10 years ago, yep. And they said, okay, what are we going to call it? And I said, how about the Mark Awards to honor our friend Andy Mark? And I'm really happy that his family is here tonight, so that's fabulous. All right, so it's our pleasure to present the award for the Vocal Performance of the Year.
And each of these three nominees has their very own distinct sound and style. Let's take them for a spin.
Vocal Performance of the Year. Freak City, Samuel Devauchel, Lois Eichelbrenner, Loic Frazier, and Nicolas Grasso. Sesam Music Agency, APM Music. Shield You, Ash Minor and Taylor Ray Sparks. Kinetic, APM Music. No Me Recordas, Tom Hillock, Nicholas Boskovic, and Luna Perez Muniz. Stereoscopic, Mima, APM Music.
And the winner is Shield You, Ash Minor and Taylor Ray Sparks. Kinetic, APM Music.
See you walking in there, and girl, I was the biggest star, but you smiled and you danced with me anyway. You danced in it anyway. I used to be your shelter, but now I
On behalf of 8PM Music, I'd like to thank the PMA and Morgan for all that you do to further production music and give us an opportunity for recognition here. I'd like to thank Jackie Kidd and Def 7 for bringing such wonderful talent to APM and our new indie artist label, Kinetic. And here's our wonderful artist, Ash Minor, to take it away.
Thank you, guys. I just want to say a quick thank you to APM and Kinetic for the opportunity to receive this award, and of course Jackie Kidd, who's all the way in Toronto, who couldn't be here. Myself and Taylor spent a lot of time on this project, and to be recognized at this level is a real honor, so thanks very much.
Commercials often ask us the important questions like, what's in your wallet? Where's the beef? And got milk?
And a catchy music track is just as important as a catchy slogan. So here are the nominees for Best Use in a Commercial Advertisement.
Best use in a commercial advertisement.
This is intense.
A Strong Volition. Gabriel Saban. Sezam Music Agency. APM Music.
This is just the beginning. This.
Infusion. Thomas Rossi and Jonathan LeQuinn. BAM Music. And Brave the Storm. Emily Bjork. ITG Studios. In the Groove Music.
Oh, just enjoying the ride.
Excellent. We'll send in some escorts for the final approach.
Well, it was getting a little lonely out here.
All right, and the winner is, my Minnesota buddies, Brave the Storm, ITG.
Status report.
Radar returns all clear. Everything's progressing on schedule, sir.
I hear the storm is coming.
Hi. Oh my God. Well, I didn't know there'd be speeches in general, so not prepped, but shout out In the Groove Music back in Minnesota. I want to shout out Brandon, who's also here and is a nominee for In the Groove as well. Shout out my family, friends, and Glenn Powell. And yeah, I'm really grateful to be a woman in this space and a female producer. And thank you. And there will always be room for more of that, not to get too crazy with that, but hire female producers, hire female composers for truck commercials or whatever you want. And this is incredible. This is the best thing ever. Thank you so much.
And now it's time for our 2024 Hall of Fame Award.
This year's recipient of the 2024 Hall of Fame Award is presented to Andy Mark. Andy Mark grew up in St. David's, Pennsylvania, outside of Philadelphia. His dad worked in human resources and his mother owned an antique store in a nearby town. While working in his mom's antique store, he learned the mantra, buy low, sell high. Andy said, there is no better teacher than the antique business when it comes to that strategy.
We grew up in a family that loved music. I have very fond memories of Andy and me singing Everly Brothers duets on a summer car trip with my parents. I think we sounded good, but I'm afraid that we drove my parents a little crazy.
In junior high, Andy learned to play guitar and started a band, the Suburban Three, which won local talent contests and even cut a record. After high school, Andy attended Lafayette College and earned a liberal arts degree. His first job out of college was as an assistant buyer of raincoats at a popular department store. Of this job, Andy said, the first night I got home from that job, I started Philadelphia Music Works. Life is too short to do something you don't like. It's as simple as that. You always have a first break, and Andy's came from the co-owner of a local ad agency who agreed to let Andy write a pro bono piece for the United Fund. He wrote and recorded the music for $122. Well, spoiler alert, the executive liked it and asked him to write more. Andy said, not too long after graduating college, I knew I wanted to be in advertising. Specifically, I wanted to be in the jingle business. It's fair to say Andy achieved his goal. The team at Philadelphia Music Works produced 7,000 jingles for over 600 clients, including 300 radio stations worldwide.
While we were doing jingles for radio stations, Andy had the idea, why not do production music for radio stations? And that's when we started Canary.
After the success of Philadelphia Music Works, Andy expanded into production music, creating several music libraries, including Canary Productions. For Andy, the key to success was the people that worked with him. He often hired good friends and relatives, which, as we all know, that when it comes to business, this is something you should never do.
When I think about music, whether it's jingles or background music, I think of Dad. He was constantly thinking music, talking about music, playing music, whether it was in the house or in the car. And it really was a family affair. He got me to record a couple of jingles, which as a young child was awesome.
But being comfortable fueled Andy. He would often call his coworkers dude or man. His business was a family.
And the thing about Andy that I always remember is he was able to be friends with everyone. And he was, and not in a way that, he was trying to make himself like he had to be liked, but he was the guy you wanted to be friends with. He was able to build bridges across all different kinds of groups.
When asked why Andy got into the production music library business, he said, "It's the same thing we did in the jingle business. We're trying to take a lead position. Music libraries are the purest form of syndication." Andy was also no stranger to giving back to the community. His We Keep America Humming campaign provided a free jingle to a Chamber of Commerce or Downtown Business Association. He said if we don't even get one new client, the group gets to use the jingle for life, no strings attached. Andy also launched a full-service creative production shop designed to help advertisers and ad agencies take advantage of radio advertising. Cluttercutters gave clients full access to Philadelphia Music Works services and advertisers about when and where to purchase airtime. All of Andy's hard work and networking paid off. Andy's companies, consolidated under Broadcast Results Group, were acquired by Premium Radio Networks, a subsidiary of Clear Channel Communication, now iHeartMedia, and his dream came true.
In 1997, that is when we did formally start to put together the beginnings of the PMA. And Andy Mark is a founding member of this organization. And he was one of the most passionate people that I've ever met when it came to production music.
Nobody cared more about the production music business that he did. And I think nobody was more instrumental than he was in getting the thing legitimacy, getting it off the ground, getting people compensated for their work, and really being involved in the nuts and bolts of it.
Sadly, we lost Andy to cancer back in 2009, but his spirit and impact continue to live on in all of us. He was a devoted and loving husband, father, grandfather, son, brother, and friend. His joy was his circle of family and friends, including his childhood sweetheart and wife of 35 years, Cynthia, his daughter Kim, and son Christian. Andy's business career spanned 36 years as a music writer, producer, and publisher. He personally wrote more than 5,000 jingles for radio and TV advertisers, and his music and productions have been heard on major broadcast networks around the world, including ABC, NBC, Fox, and ESPN, to name a few. Among the many boards on which Andy served were the Radnor School Board, Wayne Arts Center, and the Mann Center for the Performing Arts. He was also involved with Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, Doctors Without Borders, Cornerstone Academy, and Habitat for Humanity. A man of faith, he was a longtime member and elder of Wayne Presbyterian Church. Andy's interest included finding and buying unique old cars, fine dining, and travel to Europe, where France was his favorite, and the Caribbean.
I think everybody has that one special person in their life that is just you think of as the nicest guy I know, nicest person I know. I think Andy was that person for a lot of you out there, certainly for everyone who knew him well. He was just the best.
As a founding member of the PMA and the namesake of our annual award show, the Production Music Association is so proud to present the 2024 Hall of Fame Award to Andy Mark.
Here to present the Hall of Fame Award is the Executive Vice President of Music and Library Services at Source Audio. Please welcome to the stage, Doug Reed.
Well, thank you, everybody. I worked with Andy for almost 20 years, and when we first started BRG, and then as vice president, we were acquired by Premier Networks and later Clear Channel / iHeartMedia. Andy was more than a friend and a colleague. I think he was really something unique in this industry. Andy was, quite frankly, a goofball. I want to thank the PMA for that lovely tribute video. It was solemn, it was serious, and very distinguished. However, these are words you would never use to describe Andy Mark. Mischievous? Sure. Happy-go-lucky? Fine. Unindicted co-conspirator? Yeah, probably. You see, Andy wasn't just a founding member of the PMA. He was, without question, the class clown of the production music industry. And I wanted to do something a little different tonight because being serious isn't Andy. You couldn't really know Andy without picking up his big personality, charm, and sense of humor. He really was that much fun to work with. In fact, apparently Andy and I shared a sense of humor that some might call juvenile. It began in the early 90s when I was a client of Andy's. I was in advertising and we were doing a campaign of radio spots for a local nursing home. So we do the serious spots about taking care of grandma, and then Andy and I would do our version that had the residents making balloon animals out of colostomy bags. And we had to be very careful which spot we sent to the client. See, Andy didn't just love this business. He enjoyed it. He never lost track of the fact that music was fun. And you could see it in the almost childlike glee he had in working with new artists, creating new libraries, or coming up with some crazy idea. Now, admittedly, Andy's inner child wasn't all that inner, but he never lost that playful sparkle and optimism. Let's look at the pictures. His eyes literally twinkle. For example, we've all had to register writer aliases with the PROs, right? So what did Andy do? Well, he was trying to decide between registering as Jose Can You See or Don Shirley Light. What did he choose? Andy went with the Frenchman, Hugh Jardin. Don't believe me? I'm always approached with, you must have some great stories about Andy Mark. Anyone who knew Andy's got him. So tonight, if you don't mind, I'm going to share with you what I feel is the quintessential Andy Mark story. For those of you that knew him, this will come as no surprise. And if you didn't know Andy, well, let's look at it as a different way to promote a production music library. It's 2001, and we just got word from our parent company, Premier Radio Networks, that they were going to be acquiring a competing library, Brown Bag Imaging. Now, we had a product that went head-to-head with them called King Size Radio. And over Andy's objections, Premier was going ahead with the purchase. This ticked Andy off, which led to this brainstorm. Hey, Dougie, I got the greatest idea for a promotion and really stick it to Brown Bag before Premier buys them. But nobody from Premier can know we're going to do this, okay? Oh, boy. We're going to send out a bunch of greeting cards with a brown paper bag in the front saying, tired of the same old bag? You get it, Brown Bag? And you open up the card and it says, it's time to go king size with a King Size Radio logo. And then out would drop a king size condom. Yeah, that was kind of our response, and we could not talk Andy out of this. And sure enough, he had printed up hundreds of these greeting cards with a brown bag in the front and had delivered to a case of really impressive prophylactics, made by Goodyear, I guess. The thing was, he put it on the company credit card. So anyway, we finally got through to him, our survival instinct kicked in, and Andy finally said, okay, I'm going to call Premier's president, Craig Kitchen, and tell him about the promotion of the condoms, and Craig's got a great sense of humor, and you'll see, he'll love it, everything will be fine. So Andy calls Craig, and it was apparently a very short conversation, followed by Andy walking into my office, absolutely dejected. Craig says we can't send the condoms. And he just sort of walks out. Now, 48 hours later, Premier's president, Craig Kitchen, shows up in our Philadelphia office unannounced. He just happened to be in the neighborhood, having flown in from California. Hi, great to see you. You're all doing great. You're not sending the condoms. So we didn't send the condoms. But there's an epilogue to the story. You see, Andy was a pack rat. He never threw anything out. Years later, it's 2009. Andy had passed, and we had just gotten word that Premier was closing our Wayne office and moving us to the Clear Channel complex in Philadelphia. So Lee Napier and I were clearing out Andy's old office, burrowing through years of debris, and guess what we found? And we looked at each other because Premier's CFO had told us, you know, when you're going through Andy's office, if you find anything you think the New York office could use, just send it on up. So what can we learn from this story? You see, Andy wasn't just fun. He was fearless, always full of ideas. You know, these rat-tat-tat-tat-tat of ideas and schemes would come out, and you couldn't tell Andy that he couldn't do something or that something was impossible because he'd just go do it anyway. And if you can goof around and sprinkle in some fart jokes along the way, so much the better. Sure, some of the ideas were out there, but some were like, hey, let's barter production libraries to radio stations. Not a bad idea, if I do say so. Or let's start a trade organization of independent production music libraries to protect our rights. And he never accepted the status quo. He never accepted the premise that the PROs wouldn't pay us our fair share of royalties. Mid-90s, BMI refused to acknowledge radio performances of production music. What did Andy do? Once a year, I'd help him load up banker boxes full of thousands of contracts we had with radio stations into the trunk of his car. He'd drive up to BMI in New York, load the boxes up on a hand cart, wheel them into BMI, and walk out with a check. It can be done. Andy was an optimist. You don't try, you don't get. No matter what was thrown at him, he'd work the angles, always looking at the bright side. Nothing would slow him down. Until, sadly, it finally did. A big part of Andy's optimism was his faith in his family. Andy's family was his life. He was my son's godfather. He was an elder in his church. I saw Andy for the last time. He was at home in bed in hospice care. We talked a long time. And the last thing he said to me, with that same smile and twinkle in his eye, was, hey, Dougie, I'll see you later. I've heard a lot of pessimistic talk this week. We're at a time of change in our industry. A lot of us are nervous about new technology, AI, fighting for the PROs for our rightful royalties. Okay, that's normal. But Andy would see opportunities. If change is coming, embrace it. If there's a new thing like AI, get ahead of it. Make it work for you, not the other way around. And if you ever asked Andy about our industry, if the glass was half empty or half full, he'd say, not only is it half full, pal, you're gonna need a bigger glass. Now pull my finger. I first met the Mark family back in the early 90s. Andy and I were working on a new product to barter to radio stations. Now, we were already doing music libraries, so the thought was we'd do a bunch of generic jingles and funny commercials that the station could then customize at their end. And I said, you know what advertisers love? Kids. We should put some kids in them. And Andy goes, kids? You know, I think I got a couple of those lying around the house. I said, well, why don't you write a jingle and have one of your kids sing it? So he did.
That's my dad, and he sells cars, and people come from near and far. 'Cause my dad treats them like family, just like he treats Mom and me.
8-year-old kid Mark. And then Andy said, you know, I got another kid, he's not doing anything. Let's put him to work. So I said, well, let's do a funny commercial with you and your kid. And, you know, talk about being a pack rat. I can't believe I found this. From 1994, 30 years ago, Chrissy on the phone featuring the voices of a very young Christian Mark and his dad, Andy.
Hi, Chrissy, it's Daddy.
I'm Chris.
I know, honey. Listen, I'm calling from Bimson's Home Supply. Is Mommy there?
Yes.
Good, because Bimson's is having a big sale, and I want to see if Mommy wants me to get that new air conditioner. You know, air conditioners make the house nice and cool in the summertime, so now's a really good time to get one. Can I talk to Mommy?
No.
Where is Mommy?
Outside.
Is Kimmy there?
Yes.
Well, Bimson's has a very special deal on these air conditioners, and I thought maybe your sister might like one too, but at these prices, they're going fast, Chrissy, so can I talk to her now?
No.
Where is Kimmy?
Outside.
Both Mommy and Kimmy are outside?
Yes.
What are they doing outside?
They're with the policeman.
What are they doing with a policeman?
Looking for me.
Folks, to accept the Hall of Fame award, please give it up for Christian Mark, Kimberly Mark Leone, and Andy's wife, Cindy.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for honoring Dad in this way. You know, growing up, we always felt he was a pretty cool guy. My mom noticed it at the age of 14 and snagged him up right away. Dad lived by the mantra, if you love what you do, you will never work a day in your life. So if you take away one thing about Andy Mark tonight, in my opinion, that should be it. Thank you to the PMA and the awesome production team, including Morgan, Pete, and Ryan, and a special thanks to Dad's longtime friend, Doug Reed, for the beautiful speech, for creating these amazing tributes that gave us the opportunity to dig up some old but good photos and audio that made memories come alive again. Last but not least, if you ever knew Dad, he would certainly want us to raise a glass. So cheers to a great evening, and thank you all again.
Very quickly, just want to say thank you to the PMA and all the members for keeping this tradition going. Being the ham that my dad was, he'd be absolutely thrilled to be honored tonight. So cheers to all you. Thank you.
Please welcome back to the stage, music supervisor John Houlihan and your host, Morgan McKnight.
I'm the prototype. I bring the heat. I'm the one they really like. I'm the main attraction. I'm the main attraction. I bring the heat. I'm the main attraction.
All right. Thank you, Amanda, House Voice Amanda, classing up the Mark Awards. She's like the living dream version of Siri, right here in the flesh.
And speaking of Siri, I guess we'll, talk about storytelling and vocals, right? Siri, good voice. No. Some of the best vocals in storytelling can be found in this year's Latin track nominees.
Absolutely. Let's check out what these composers and artists have to say. Nominees are
Latin Track of the Year. Candela, Lazaro Vela Rogelio, and Garcia Rojas Udieski. Superama Records, Mima, APM Music. El Baile, Luis Enrique Gaetan, Yanni J. Buenaños Asperia, Ruben Aragon, and Alejandro Ibanez. Somos Más, West One Music Group. And Se Siente el Ritmo Cubano, Roberto Conrado, Primrose Music, Flipper Music.
And the winner is Se Siente el Ritmo Cubano.
No te pares, sigue con la clave. Lo que quieres es mi música que baila así. Mamá, mueve, goza, baila mi ritmo a vacilar. Oye, mami, Sube la música, sube esa vaina y dale más volumen. Everybody, aquí es mi fiesta. Sube ese telón, let's go con mi canción. Te traigo alegría, fuera tristeza. Mi gente cubana, querida belleza. Si mamá mueve cosas, baila mi hip hop, vacila.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Thanks to everybody, thanks to the music, thanks to the PMC. And I know it's strange that one Italian go take this word, Latin tracks. I mean, next year probably we come with O Sole Mio, and I'm not going to win, of course. So anyway, thanks everybody, and thank you guys. Thanks a lot.
All right, we've come to our final award of the night. We've made it.
Yes. But maybe this is a good time for me to do a long, detailed Steve Kornacki breakdown of all the winners tonight.
No, I'm sorry. So hard no. But here are the nominees for World International Track of the Year.
World International Track of the Year. Ijo Lawa'o, Robert Brandon Commodore, and Adetoyebi Adebanjo Adedipe, ITG Studios, In the Groove Music. Senegal Sunrise, Benoit Medrikowski, Cédric Ricard, Christophe Deschamps, and David Crutton. Justement Music, Mima, APM Music. And Zerna on Top, Ivan Kudretsky, Super Pitch, BMG Production Music.
We're not that eager to end the show, but I took it out of the envelope like 20 minutes ago. Okay. The winner is Italawo. Oh.
Awesome. My name is Brandon Commodore. I'm a composer and musician from Minneapolis, Minnesota. It is an absolute pleasure and honor to be in the room with all you folks. I would have never in a million years imagined anything like this. I didn't even know the song got submitted to this. So thank you. It is, like I said, it's a pleasure and an honor. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for such a wonderful night. We do have a photographer who will be out there by the Step and Repeat and wandering the halls if any one of you would like a professional photo taken. Thank you again to all of our Mark Award sponsors. Congratulations to all of the nominees and winners. I had so much fun tonight. It's been an honor to celebrate all of you on our 10th anniversary. Thank you again to the Mark family for being here, and thank you all for showing up and showing out every single year. Now listen, it would not be a party if it didn't come with some cake. It has been an absolutely wonderful evening with you all tonight. We may be done here, but don't forget, the hotel bar is open and there will be slices of cake for all of you to enjoy. Good night, everybody.
Thank you, everyone, for coming to the 10th Annual Mark Awards. Don't forget to snag your professional photo and a slice of cake. Thanks again to our fantastic sponsors, and also a big thank you to everyone out there watching at home. I'm Amanda Phillipson, signing off from the Hilton Universal Hotel Ballroom here at the world-famous Universal Studios Hollywood, the entertainment capital of the world. We'll see you next year. Good night.
Good job, you guys.